The fight for the audience's attention, morning teams have to get themselves up and running so that listeners can count on them like a morning cup of coffee.
It's Monday morning, time to rise and shine, but sometimes that's a little easier said than done. To make sure, though, that all your get up and go has not got up and went, Dubuque's 5 morning radio teams have taken on the responsibility of providing alternatives to punching the snooze button. Chances are at least one of these teams walks you through your AM routine, from whipping up breakfast to zipping to work. But one team for nearly 30 years has perked up just as many tri-staters as any coffee machine. They're WDBQ's Paul Hemmer and Tom Berriman.
And the geese that flew south for the winter file change of address card.
And as it was in our clearinghouse of lines this morning, the penguins were wearing leg warmers.
All of that and more, I'm sure.
I hope not.
We'll see you at 8, okay?
Tom does a superb job with news. He is Dubuque's premier newsman, and I figure my job is to interject a little bit of humor and get the people up and at them that way.
This kind of is going to date me a little bit to Johnny Unitas and Raymond Berry, how they made the Baltimore Colts work so well in the late 60s, because Johnny Unitas would throw to a certain point. He would never throw to the person. Raymond Berry knew enough to be there. Same way with Hemmer. A lot of times he'll deliver a line, and I know where he's going, and I know where he's going to end up, so I try to be at the same point.
Both admit timing is key to their show, and sometimes that's a little rough at 6 a.m. But once the pair are at the station together, something just clicks and works. Both say part of it is attributable to common philosophies on news and programming.
And when I look at a story, first question I have in my mind is, all right, what effect does this have on Dubuque, or does anyone in Dubuque really care? Sometimes you don't know, but I've been in the business 25 years. Intuition tells me, well, this is interesting.
And after 30 years in the business, intuition tells Hemmer that by just spinning golden oldies, they'll reach their 25 to 50-year-old target audience.
WDBQ mornings have traditionally done extremely well for a long, long time. And we're looking for, with this change, the great golden oldies, probably the best book we've ever had.
Tomorrow night, the series continues, featuring KDTH's morning radio team. This is Beth Spacuzza reporting for Newswatch. And DJs. This week, Newswatch brings you a series of reports titled Radio Wars, The Morning Battle. Today, Beth Spacuzza talks with TC and Gordy Kilgore, both on KDTH.
Together, they bring almost 60 years of experience to the radio business, and together, as they say, they're the Tri-State's most listened to morning show.
You heard it right here, folks.
So we've raised our families here, and have been a big part of the community. We've been in just about probably all organizations, helped them out one way or another along the years. I think that's the main reason that people have kind of chosen us the Tri-State's most listened to morning show.
Gordy's with me, and Gordy, we haven't updated the folks on how the snowfall totals have been.
We need 34 and 4/10 inches, and my reputation is shot.
Besides pooling their resources, TC says a special electricity runs between the two, charging Tri-Staters mornings.
We come in the morning, we're happy. What's happening today? What are we doing? It's a high that I can't really tell you about. Because you come in, you have that cup of coffee, you look across the window at Gordy, and let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Hey, time now. Gee, I can't see the clock.
Around the corner, 8:34.
I guess there's 3 things between, Gordy, that everyone in the Tri-States does, and that's number 1, they're born. Number 2, they're going to pay taxes. Number 3, they listen to Gordy Kilgore for the local news. And that's our forte in this market.
Has sent a letter to state officials expressing concerns that the city of Dubuque has not been cooperative.
For 40 years, Gordy's made up KDTH's AM show, making him a legend of sorts, right, Gordy?
Just one thing I'd like to tell people. Now, you see these awards on the wall here. The big one over there I got by mistake. And then I got the rest of these for getting that one. So, you know, it's all a fraud, really.
Tomorrow night, Casey Flint and Macho Man Mike Callahan. The series continues featuring KDFX. This is Beth Spacuzza reporting for Newswatch.
One of the kinds of sounds you want to hear in your car or home are at your fingertips. Well, not too long ago, one Dubuque station changed from Kix FM in a country format to the Rock and Roll Fox, making it the new kid on the block. Tonight, in Part 3 of Radio Wars, The Morning Battle, Beth Bakuza reports that the Fox's morning radio team is pulling out all the stops to make their show a go.
I'm Casey Clinton's Macho Man Mike Callahan on Fox 102, the North Tri-States from the Rock and Roll Fox.
This is what happens when you put a Dubuque native and a Fargo, North Dakota native in the same radio studio early in the morning.
It's your birthday! Da-da-da-da. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. There's a spark. It's her personality and mine, I guess. It is something just clicks, you know. So I'll get people up and moving, just have a good time.
Oh, that's what they look like. That's what you're doing? Not to be. Mike Callahan and Casey Flynn have a chemistry. We have something. I can't put my finger on it, but I trust Mike implicitly.
Believe it or not, somewhere between 6 and 9, in the midst of all the joking, they do get serious.
All three of Tyson's heavyweight titles were on the line entering the fight, but today only the IBF recognizes Douglas as its champion.
Anthony's grant money totaling over $1,400 from the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers will be distributed to school projects in Dubuque. If you want a little bit more than we're offering, there's availability to that type of information. We are here simply to guide you through the start of your day. You're brushing your teeth with Colgate. We say something funny, you choke. Don't send us the bill. You know, that's not our problem. We just want you to know that we're here for you.
This club are once again waking up the Tri-States. The pair have never woken up together before on air, but now they are giving it a shot. Jeff Davis is back after a 6-month break, and Tom Oglesby is back after 4 years off. In Part 4 of Radio Wars, The Morning Battle, Beth Bakuza talks with the new duo.
Wake up, wake up. It's a beautiful morning. In the morning, in the car, and in the office. Shower where it counts.
We just believe that having fun on the radio is what people want to listen to. They want to wake up and have a good time, and it's tough enough to get up in the morning.
But to pull off all the fun and entertainment, Davis says it takes two.
Within the last 3 weeks, the radio station has added a new voice to the morning airwaves, but he is not totally unfamiliar to the K-Live scene.
I did the morning show for about 3 years between 82 and 85. It was nice to come back.
We did some, testing and looking for people to find the right chemistry, and so then we settled on Tom, and we're quite happy with that.
And together, Davis says, they're able to make the morning show a go.
What we try to do is just be totally irreverent. We try to be crazy and do the silly things that people themselves would like to do, but maybe don't have the guts to do.
Well, what do we do next? What other kind of fun? Oh, we got to do the cold shower trick.
Well, what we want you to do while you're on the phone with us this morning, we want you to just step right into that shower, would you?
People are willing to try the stunts, but often not alone.
No, not anybody else, just you.
And sometimes directions are a bit hard to follow that early in the morning.
No, you have to keep your coat on.
The challenge with it is try to get people involved with us, to get them to call on the phone and do our contests and do the silly things that we ask them to do.
Both Davis and Oglesby say getting those phone lines to light up mean they're successfully reaching listeners. So far, they've been accomplishing that. So does this mean this crew will keep waking Tri-Staters as a radio team?
What do you think?
Nah.
Pretty tough to tell with him.
Get up and get out of bed.
This is Beth Bakuza reporting for Newswatch.
Of our series Radio Wars, The Morning Battle, having a few technical difficulties.
And together, they're Collins and company.
Now, there's a lot of things involved in the morning show, whether it be characters.
This is Boris Padenov speaking. And this is Natasha Darling. And you are listening to New Boris and Natasha Show.
Or Ellie doing the news.
The current form of legislation would be in addition to any fines or jail terms ordered by a judge.
They're also part of it. But the major company is the listener. And this is their show. They tell me what works and what doesn't work. It's not my ego. It's not Ellie's ego. It's nothing else but their favorite song on the radio. And it's their radio station to listen to.
Collins says it's their job to get people to listen as long as possible, and this is how they do it.
Sometimes we get a little serious with all the things that are happening in the world, and yeah, we want to pass that information along.
Cascade State Representative Don Knapp says he isn't expecting any last-minute surprises to come to the House floor.
But at the same time, we also want to have a little fun so that people remember the lighter side of life too.
Birthday cake, if you get a tummy ache and you moan and groan and woe, don't forget we told you so. Hey, happy birthday wishes going out to a whole bunch of tri-staters today. Dan Essel.
We have a good time, and that's the important thing. We wake everybody up.
This is Beth Spacuzza reporting for Newswatch.
Lawrence College is sponsoring its 19th annual